else feel underdressed? That was amazing. I can't stop smiling. All right, well, I'm Eve. I'm from SMD 13, so I'm going to take the board soon. And as you can see, I don't have much more room in my brain, so everything's on here. I'm pretty old school, you know to this new curriculum. Like he said, I'm the lounge manager, I'm the website person. I do all kinds of stuff, but luckily, Hunter College has not yet affected its hostile takeover of the Mahone Society, so I still have a job. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I was piddling around online, and I got to this website called Student Doctor Network. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. And I heard that we have this thing called the new curriculum here. I don't know. So I now know what I want to do when I grow up, because before, peds, ortho, who knows? But now, I know exactly what I want to do. I want to be part of the teaching faculty here at UVA. It is the most fantastic job I have ever heard of in my life. Basically, you just put together a syllabus, throw together some learning objectives, hand them out, schedule a room, and then the med students teach themselves. But seriously, CPD, the new version of POM for you old school people, sounds really, really cool. It's kind of worrying, though. They have these cases with diagnoses from that week's material. It's never something surprising. It's always something they learned that week. So I'm kind of scared for when SMD 14 gets on the wards. Let's see, Mr. Johnson, you seem to be missing your left arm, and you are bleeding profusely from that hole in your shoulder, but we didn't have anything on chainsaw wounds this week. Sorry, there's nothing I can do for you. But we did have this fantastic lecture on dermatology this past Wednesday, so I'm going to go tell the doctor to get you some Accutane. Yeah, you've been doctored. My class, though, SMD 13, the greatest of the classes, has another problem entirely, because we get all of our lectures recorded. So we all just stay home in our pajamas, and we listen to those lectures at home at 1.85 speed. It is fantastic. And quite frankly, it's the only way to get Dr. Innes to talk at a normal pace. But there's a problem with this, because occasionally John Jackson gets the flu, and then problems start, because then our podcasts don't get recorded. And thanks to H1N1, now no one in my class has no way of ever knowing what a retinoid is. We'll never know. But I loved our old curriculum. I don't know why they changed it, because we had anatomy right off the bat, and it was awesome. I grew to love that room, creepy as it was. Except for there was that one hallway. Some guy, at some point in the history of mankind, felt the need to keep something disgusting in every jar he ever found. And that illustrious collection can now be found in our very own anatomy lab. But if you look really closely, me and a friend discovered this first year, those aren't just regular jars. Those are actually antique Hellmann's mayonnaise jars. And they are from the early 19th century. The worst one is a case of Harlequin ichthyosis that's labeled simply Monster Baby. That jar was actually never opened. That's just what happens to mayonnaise after 200 typos. But honestly, was this some guy's attempt to preserve medical history, do something altruistic? No. This is just his cover for eating a disgusting amount of mayonnaise. Now, the reason I personally stopped going to class is it's way too annoying to be sitting next to somebody who decided to bring their breakfast. And you know those people I'm talking about? They sit next to you and they try to unwrap it as slowly as possible because they think they're being discreet. Even though I don't go to class anymore, I think I'll be fine as long as Wikipedia and smartphones still exist. The problem is, if some punk kid gets online and changes the treatment for tonsillitis to a frontal lobotomy, I'm gonna have some really angry patients on my hands. At least they would be angry if I hadn't just given them frontal lobotomies. The worst would be once they realized that I went to a med school where you only need to learn 70% of any given medical topic to pass. I am so sorry that I only took out 70% of your frontal lobe, miss. Oh, please don't get mildly emotional. You know, I'm gonna call up one of my more studious classmates and we're gonna get it out to 85%. You know, I've heard a lot from the old school docs on the wards about how we have it so easy in med school these days. Our lectures are recorded, there aren't any grades, we only need 70% to pass, we have access to all the great resources like ER and House. But what they don't realize is that we have it harder than anyone else ever has in history. In the good old days, you could just go down to the general store, buy an axe and a bullet to bite on, and boom, you're a surgeon. In the past, if somebody got leprosy, you could just ship them off for a fun vacation in one of Hawaii's very great leper colonies. And it's the same with biomedical research these days. Now, you need to do a PCR, a Western blot, and then an ELISA assay just to use the lab's coffee machine. In the past, you could just keep everything gross you ever encountered in a mayonnaise jar, and voila, Nobel Prize. Plus lots of delicious sandwiches. Lastly, you know, we've had some fun here tonight, but I want to bring things down a notch because there's a very serious topic that I feel needs to get addressed tonight. I wrote this song, and I'm dedicating it to Taylor and to Weldon and my entire class. And you'll have to excuse me because I've had a cold, so that's my excuse. Probably freaking out, sitting all alone with his thoughts and no distractions. Right now, he's probably trying to think how he can explain away his deplorable actions. Right now, he's probably wondering if anyone saw right through his sneaky plans. Well, bad news, man, 'cause I saw him cheating on a test, sitting in the library away from the rest, had out all his class notes from that week. One strike expulsion with no pity when I report to the honor committee, and maybe next time he'll think before he cheats. Right now, she's probably in the lounge, digging through the freezer, stealing someone else's dinner. Right now, she's probably justifying, thinking she just helped her victim get thinner. Right now, she's probably gorging on 3 whole meals worth of frozen food. Oh, but it's no good, 'cause I saw her stealing from her peers, showing no remorse, not a drop of fear. Took up poor starving medical students' meals. One strike expulsion with no pity when I report to the honor committee, and maybe next time she'll think before she steals. I might have saved a little trouble for her patients, 'cause the next time she lied, cheats or steals, oh, the consequences could be real. That's why we have the honor code here at UVA.